Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, episode 21 of our Darkest Dungeon No Torches playthrough. We've got a number of crests again, so we're going to do some more upgrades to the Nomad wagon. This time I'm going to increase the wagon size, and that'll give us 4 trinkets for next week. I checked out these trinkets, and I don't like them too much. This one was interesting. It gives 1% crit, but it also reduces range damage by 8%. I don't think the trade-off there is worth it. This is a highwayman. It buffs blight skills, and frankly I don't think this one is a very good one. So we're going to just pass on these trinkets for this week. The one thing I did want to do before we get going for the day is change Oman's abilities. And in line with sort of the Crusader changes that I did, and I haven't done the Hellion guide just yet, so I really haven't looked at the abilities too closely, but I do notice Adrenaline Rush as a buff, and you've heard my opinion on buffs before in this game, that I don't particularly like them because you're foregoing essentially damage, and that means health of your characters. And it's typically not worthwhile, except in the case of the Leper, where you have to buff the accuracy to really make the character worthwhile. For the Hellion, I think there's a few choice abilities, and Adrenaline Rush is not one of them. Barbaric Yawp is a good one, and prior to the diminishing returns on stunning, this was a staple, because you would just use your Hellion to keep buffing and keep the enemies stun locked. Nowadays it's not as good because of the stun resistance, but it's still a very good ability. And I think when you're second positioning your Hellion, as I typically do in my parties, you won't be using Iron Swan because it's only usable from first position. So I would switch those two out in that instance. So I'm going to pick this up. So we've got all the abilities. Which other ones am I going to use? Well, this is a fairly nice one, and I think that'll be one of my staples. Breakthrough is a fairly low damage ability, though it hits the first 3 positions. It also applies a self-debuff of minus 20% damage and minus 15% dodge, which makes this ability really only useful in the instance that you've got a line of characters that are fairly low on health that you might be able to one-shot both of them with this. The Bleed Out ability is nice. It's a very high damaging ability. It gains a 15% damage mod on its initial attack, plus it does 9 damage over 3 rounds. But again, this applies a self-debuff, so again, late rounds or last round is really the only time you would use this. There's fairly situational. I would rather have abilities that I could go with all the time. But when you're replacing Iron Swans, we'd be using Wicked Hack, Barbaric Yawp, if it bleeds, and we need to pick one of these 3. Of the 3, because we've already got a bleed ability, I would likely go with Breakthrough. Usable in all positions, and it's not a bad finisher if you've got a couple characters that are, or a couple enemies that are low on health. So let's fix up her abilities here. We'll just deselect all of them and start over. Wicked Hack, she's going to be in second position, so no Iron Swan. Barbaric Yawp, if it bleeds, and Breakthrough. Alright, let's see what dungeon we have for the day. We are still going to be doing a level 1, just because we want to do something nice and safe to get these guys up to level 3, and it looks like we could get at least 2, if not 3, up to level 3, which will make our party for the next time. Is that right or no? No, we've got to get our Vestal. No, we've got Monty up there, so he can be our healer for that one. So next playthrough we'll likely be able to try our first veteran dungeon here. Melit's going to be in first position, Oman second, and we're going to do Rom in fourth, and our Vestal in third. Now, which one of these do we want to do? Medium, gather 3 holy relics. We haven't done one of those before. Why don't we do that? We'll do that one. They do 16 food, 2 shovels, 2 anti-venom, 2 bandage, 1 medicine. I'm going to do 2 keys this time because I found myself running short on keys.
There is power.
Alright, let's have a look at the layout.
Collect the scattered scraps.
We don't really know where they're going to be, so at this point we have to assume we're going to be covering all rooms. So the optimal path would likely be to come down here, backtrack up here, catch that room, and then go around and up this way.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Oh, I thought that was the key item for that. Idol of Light. That typically means holy water. Nope. Well, we'll just try opening it. Oh, that's for the holy relics. Okay. That's why I didn't recognize it. We haven't done one of those before. Who's our trap guy? 35, 40%. That's good.
Ancient traps lie in wait.
Well, she got an affliction
Small
early.
men thirsting for blood.
I thought about her stress level being a little bit high, but I wanted to get her in here to level up. I don't think we'll be suffering any because of that. $1,500, nice. We don't have any more medicine, so I'm not gonna... Oh, she's gonna do it anyway, okay. Claustrophobia? No. Yep, I think she got claustrophobia. Yep. Well, we're not off to a great start, honestly, at this point, but that's okay. No chance of one-shotting here. I don't... Oh, we do have a chance. Okay, let's do that. We'll try to one-shot one of these guys. Nice, we got a lucky roll. These guys don't bleed, so the bleed damage in here isn't going to be great. Or the bleed effects will be non-existent.
How quickly the tide turns.
It was worth trying to kill that off instead of moving back. We could have saved 7 damage and a lot of stress by getting the courtier dead. We could do breakthrough here. I think we're gonna kill this guy this round anyway, so the damage debuff she's gonna get is gonna be irrelevant. Ouch.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Buff him and hope for a one-shot here. Let's get that bleed off first.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Oh, I should have switched positions back. Oh well. Let's try to get blinding gas. That'll save us quite a bit of damage if it hits both. She skipped her attack. Oh, no, she didn't. We will try to get a bleed going on the big guy. Now I think we're going to move back. We want to keep the Hellion in position as much as possible. Stress levels are getting quite high here.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. Dazed,
Ouch.
reeling, about to break.
Yeah, no kidding, they're about to break.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered. Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Well, we have a chance of one shot, so hopefully we get it. Ah.
Press disadvantage.
We may end up having to camp here very early in this dungeon because of the stress levels. And I think that would be the best idea. Did we scout? We didn't scout that, so we're gonna have to do it here.
A moment of respite.
I'm not going to use the full amount of food because we still have quite a bit of the dungeon left to go, and we could end up with 2 food triggers, and we certainly don't want to have a starvation activation, so we're just going to do 4. Right now we're looking for party-wide stress reduction. Oops, that was a single target. Didn't realize that. Okay, we got some stress reduction there. Still quite high though. We're looking at potentially having all of these guys afflicted by the end of the dungeon, unfortunately. It's okay though. I mean, as long as we complete the dungeon, we're okay because we plan on resting these guys in the next week. Oh, we got an ambush. Ah. Again, nice opportunity to use Holy Lance.
Executed with impunity.
We won't be able to get a bleed on either of the skeletons, and I don't want to do a breakthrough here to debuff her, so we're just going to move her up. We'll buff the Vestal because she hasn't gone yet this round. Now here wouldn't be a bad time to do breakthrough. It's likely we're going to kill the rabble this round. We could end up killing this guy and damaging that guy with breakthrough, so I think we'll do that. Rom's very, very low on health right now, which is a bit concerning.
So too will resistance. The light, the promise of safety.
Oh no. 2 afflicted so far. I suspect we're going to be all afflicted by the time this is over. Well, no relic in here, unfortunately. We did get a surprise round, though, so that's good. We'll try blinding gas to keep these guys down. Very nice stun there. Could get a bleed on the brawler. Why is it not showing damage? Oh, she can't attack front target. So we will just use Wicked Hack on the soldier. Shoot. 4 to 7 Zealous Accusation. We're going to use that for sure. That's too bad. Lucky with a dodge there. And we'll try Blinding Gas. No, we won't do that. We'll use damage buff. Nope. We'll do Plague Grenade.
Well struck.
Nice amount of stress heal there. There goes Rom. Come on, Rom, rally, buddy. Ah.
There can be no hope in this hell.
3 afflictions, getting there.
No hope at all.
Well, we had one that rallied. That's good.
A moment of clarity in the eye of the storm. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Crests versus money. We have so many crests. I think I'm gonna forego taking crests again. I would much rather have the money. We have a lot of dungeon left to explore here. We've used our camp already. We've got 3 afflicted people. We've got Rom, who's basically dead at this point. It's not looking great. No medicine left, so we'll just ignore that. Oh shoot.
Curious is the
We didn't have to
trap
take that
maker's
10 damage. We
art,
might not have
his
had to
efficacy
take it.
unwitnessed by his own eyes.
You're already claustrophobic and you want to go into the Iron Maiden.
Wealth beyond measure.
Deeds, we're gonna
Awarded
definitely
to the
chuck
brave
something to
and the
get
foolhardy
deeds.
alike.
And we'll just, could we throw anything else away? Those are 250 each. Am I gonna use this trinket? Plague Doctor, 20% blight skills. That's not horrible, actually. Let's put that on.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
I'd imagine the key item there is anti-venom. Trapper, who's our trap diffuser here? We'll go with the Vestal because she's got the highest hit points.
Cruel machinations spring to life with a singular purpose. Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Turn order could play a very determinative role here. We need our Vestal to pop right now. Well, at least they didn't target Rom. Try to get a stun. And he refused to heal. If you die, Rom, it's your fault. I tried. Try again. And again, he refuses to heal. Yeah, and he refused it again. Is he ever gonna take a heal? And he passed his turn. I was gonna use food for him, but he passed his turn, so he apparently really wants to die at this point. Try again. Jeez. This is looking pretty ugly right now. I don't even know if I want to bother trying to heal him. He's refused what, 5 now? Oh, and he's cutting himself. We're in really bad shape here, and
This expedition at least promises success.
because of that, and because we are planning on taking this level 3 party very quickly into a dungeon,
The first test.
I think
Now it must
we're
be
gonna back
carried
out
home.
for now. It's not worth risking losing a level 2 character, and it's unfortunate, but what can you do?
Wounds to be tended. Lessons to be learned.
We got a fair amount of cash. We got some heirloom items. And Mellet's got the runs. Oh well, I thought we were gonna do okay. We did have to camp very early in that dungeon, which was unfortunate.
Crows and rats
And I
made
think
it their
we
domain.
gotta get these guys healed up a little bit here. So let's start healing them. A couple there. I don't know what he likes to do. We'll try over at the tavern here. Might as well see if we can find Holland a place to go, since we won't be doing a level 2. Maybe you need to go to the sanitarium, buddy. Yeah, you do. You got syphilis. Since we're putting our higher level guys out for a week, I think I'll look and see if somebody else needs a they're tuckered out. That'd be one we could heal. Might as well while we're doing it. We got lots of money, no problem. Okay, well, a failed dungeon, unfortunate, but we will try again next time once these guys are healed up to get these guys to level 3. Then once we've got a level 3 party, then we're laughing. We can have our A team, and A team being level 3 guys doing the veteran dungeons, and switch off weeks with our lower level characters leveling up in the lower dungeons. So thanks very much again for watching, folks. We'll see you in the next episode.